Good morning and welcome to Let's Talk Real Estate, presented by the Cisneros Realty Group at Keller Williams, servicing the New Hampshire Lakes and White Mountains regions. Today's show is sponsored by Blue Water Mortgage, Summit Title, and Allstate Insurance, the Joe Suazo office in Derry, New Hampshire. Time to join our host and Let's Talk Real Estate on 101.5 WEEI Sports Radio, Lakes Region.
And we're back. This is Karina Cisneros. With me in the studio, we have two amazing special guests. We have Randy Miller, who is operations manager of Lamprey Septic, and Scott Lamprey, who is third generation owner of Lamprey Septic. And as you can tell, this segment is going to be all about septic tanks and septic systems. So give us a little bit of history of Lamprey Septic.
The company was started in the 50s, but I took over from my father in 92. And then we expanded by buying a company in Meredith, Suburban, in 95. We have 10 employees. We give a variety of services, which I'll talk about later. But it's nice to be able to come here on this interview today and give you a little insight on how your septic system works.
Okay. Question. As a realtor, it's a dreaded moment when we do a home inspection and the septic fails. Oh my God. So to avoid that, Scott, what are the benefits of maintaining your septic system regularly? Obviously, so it doesn't fail, but tell me more.
The benefits I usually appeal to money, that when you pump your tank, you're saving money down the road. We usually say that the septic system is a service life of 30 years. If it costs you $300 and you pumped it out every third year, it would amount to $3,000. But the cost of the replacement of the system is $15,000 to $20,000. So if you pump your tank, you will have a good evaluation when it comes time to sell your house.
When are septic systems needed?
Septic systems are needed when there isn't a public sewer and you want to dispose of your waste in a reasonable manner, keeping it below ground without odors.
Okay, that's a perfect definition. We don't want odors and we want it clean and taken care of. Okay, Randy, when do we know it's time to pump?
Well, the first thing you're going to really hear is some kind of a gurgling sound. It'll make noise. You could get some frequent backups where you started the toilet doesn't always flush properly. Drains are draining slowly. Those things tend to happen.
And Scott said one, or was it you? I liked very much. When you don't remember the last time you pumped it, then you better pump it.
That's a fact. Yeah. Yep.
Okay. All right. So what are some of the do's and don'ts of a septic system? What should be flushed and what you should not flush?
Sure. I have teenage daughters and a son, and they use the bathroom, and they like to load up on the toilet paper. And so if you're using thick, triple ply, whatever, toilet paper, sometimes that can put a stress on the system,
Yep.
So you want to be careful what kind of toilet paper you're buying, honestly. And then you also have, objects, any kind of objects at all, and I won't get into details, but, feminine products, different things that people flush down the toilet, these can become pretty hazardous to your system, as well as, probably the most common one is antibacterial soaps. A lot of people use them. I don't want to tell people not to use them, but if you're going to use antibacterial soaps, one thing you really need to understand is that once they enter into your septic system, they're still killing bacteria, and you really need the bacteria in your tank to work. So in that case, we just say, hey, look, you want to use it? We'll just need to pump out more frequently.
Okay. One final question here for Scott. Tell me, Scott, about septic system inspections done by licensed DES evaluators?
The evaluators, the licensed evaluators in the state of New Hampshire are a group of professionals that can come on site and give you a good call on the condition of your septic system in about an hour and a half. This would be from the beginning to the end, using a variety of tools, video, shovels. Sometimes intuition is required and a lot of experience to be able to make that call and show the value of the septic system.
Okay, very well. I'd like to thank Scott Lamprey, owner, third-generation owner of Lamprey Septic, and Randy Miller, operations manager of Lamprey Septic. As realtors, we deal with septics all the time. I've learned quite a bit of about septic systems in my career. If you need an opinion or you need an inspection, please call Lamprey Septic at 476-557 or reach out to them at lampreyseptic.com or email them at lampreyseptic@hotmail.com, and they're located conveniently at 1003 Whittier Highway, Moulton Borough.
Let's Talk Real Estate is presented by the Cisneros Realty Group and sponsored by Blue Water Mortgage, Summit Title, and Allstate Insurance, the Joe Suazo office in Derry, New Hampshire. Let's Talk Real Estate is a production of Modern Media LLC, CRG TV, and MR Strategic Alliance LLC, all rights reserved. Join us every Saturday morning at 8:30 and Let's Talk Real Estate with Karina Cisneros, Realtor, on WEEI 101.5 Sports Radio Lakes Region.